Hey, okay, now now we're even. I get another good Sonic Wave. Nice. Now we're winning. Silencer, it's just
He's
if you
just
get
so fragile.
behind,
Yeah.
you don't really have a nice like panic button. You have ulti, which is not a great panic button.
It's a long panic button, let's say.
Speaking of which, and Silencer and his ulti Batrider actually wound up being still in here after they took the Oracle on the side of catJAMMERS.
Mm-hmm.
Can they fit Batrider? I guess if they Batrider Silencer and like a pretty hard one, that could work out well for the Jammers.
Yeah, my worry with the bat, they're maybe a little bit light on damage, but if they find the right one, that could be totally fine.
It'd have to be like an AM or something at that point. But, well, it's not no Pango. It's infamous. Bring out the Pangolier.
Well, some good team fight now. Generally like the Rolling Thunder around Phoenix Egg. It gives you some good skirmish there, kind of break things up a little bit. It's somebody that doesn't care about Global that much. In a lot of team fights, you'll use Rolling Thunder if Global comes out after you've already cast it. Obviously, Pango not too affected, so I think that's also
pretty good Lotus Spire, too.
Pretty nice, yep. And also really good at picking on the back line. You've got Oracle and Silencer already. These are heroes that are pretty squishy, want to stay in the back, don't want to take a lot of harassment, and Pango is the king of getting in back lines and killing squishy supports. So also gives you a really good option. If you can find one of those pickoffs, the fight gets a lot easier as the catJAMMERS now move into the big carry. That's the Faceless Void.
Yeah, so now if this is mid or off lane Silencer, he's going to get quite a bit of damage in. And I feel like I like this flexibility remaining in the mid, right? Because now they can either put Bryle as a Silencer or Kezu as a Silencer as they leave the potential. Like, most likely it'll be 3 last, I think. But with this Phoenix 5, maybe that just tilts it even more in the favor of Kezu having it with the help of the Chronosphere for the damage. If I'm Infamous, I don't know if I want like a Manta hero now because there's so many silences. Kind of feels like you need one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from at least.
You have the Oracle root, you have Silence from the Earth Spirit, you have
it's a hell of a Manta
game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Tusk now. I don't know what to make of this. I guess this confirms, is it a 3 Tusk or a 3 Phoenix?
It's either, I think it's probably a 3 Tusk.
Weird.
And then Pango mid, most likely.
Thoughts about 3 Tusk. I don't love it just in a vacuum. Certainly, it can be okay. You can get some momentum. You can do some big damage. Very good at getting into the back line. Walrus Punch, if you've got any item, you can isolate Silencer Oracle very effectively. But
it could be a 3 Phoenix too, actually. We should definitely think about that as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought that was more likely at first.
Because they play 5 Tusk as well. And then they get 5 their Tusk, 4 their Rubik, 3 their Phoenix. I don't know. I've been seeing some core Tusks in like China and Southeast Asia. That's where my mind went too.
Am I underestimating it? Is Core Tusk actually legit? And I just haven't
seen it? Well, it's
not
very good versus Void because you can't pull people out of Chrono. You can't snowball people out of Chrono, Lasso, or Black Hole.
And
those are the only 3 spells.
Right. And then also it's like Void, you don't have enough burst damage as the 3 to kill him before time walk. So I think Void.
I mean, as a 3, you probably would.
You think so?
It's a lot of damage. Tag team at level 7 without even like decent. I think with just Medallion is like 1100 damage on like a lot of. If you get them down to like 2 armor or like -1 armor or something.
I might be underestimating it.
But you just don't see it very often because it's also just like not very good, right? It needs like really cheesy pairings, and I don't think they have the cheesy pairings to make a.
But does this mean that it's going to be Pango mid right now? Like this Infamous draft is all over the place, and now they take PL.
Yeah, I think PL was the obvious like Manta one left because I mean it's either PL or like Jug basically, and they already banned Jug themselves. That never mind, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was basically just PL after like the Medusa ban and the Naga ban before. Naga would have been perfect, but of course they banned Naga and then picked Faceless Void.
Yeah. And like they took out the Wraith King, another like potential option against some of these big ultis. You get your second life.
Oh, is Puck still in? They could Puck mid now.
Puck is still in.
Oh, dude, they could have Tether. They could have the Leash versus Pango and Phantom Lancer. So you wouldn't be able to Doppelganger or jump as Pango.
Puck looks pretty good. I mean, they could take something like Storm Spirit. Honestly, OD looks kind of legit this game.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know, dude. Are any doesn't OD just kind of dump on these cores? It's 3 melee as well, so
I mean, I don't think it's that easy to get all your hits off versus like Pango, Phantom Lancer, and then potentially either Core Phoenix or Tusk. I don't think it's like super
I
safe.
wouldn't call it easy. But hey, the Storm. Okay, my other choice. So
Storm or Puck are very
much
good,
safer. Yeah, very very mobile. I think you're right. That's I like this catJAMMERS draft way better. Better team fight. I think they scale better, so late game won't be an issue. Mid game will be very hard for Infamous. catJAMMERS should have an advantage around Roche. They also have a team that really benefits from Aegis Cheese. It is that Kezu silencer, so he's going to be getting a little bit of farm priority.
Yeah, I'm curious how Pepita's going to do, man, on this Rubik. We shall see. The 3 Rubik.
Sounds tough.
I mean, we've seen this before, right? Because it's kind of like how Liquid does it, where they do the like the Sand King and the Shadow Demon or whatever, and they'll like split the lane a little bit to start. And I think that's a really good strategy. When it works out, it feels really nice, but it's tough to make work with this like 3, 4, and 5 that are all like close in net worth.
I'm worried that Infamous are going to have 3 supports by like 20 or 25 minutes.
It seems hard because they're so kill focused. They don't have any way to really take structures or objectives. And I guess like catJAMMERS don't necessarily either, but as the game just keeps going, I just feel better and better about catJAMMERS state.
Yeah, Storm, Faceless Void, Silencer, those cores scale really, really well. Like 40 minutes or something, I think this will be very difficult for Infamous unless they're like stupidly ahead or they have some other big advantage from, early game misfires.
Yeah, I don't know. Pepita's like the only chrono counter. Like Egg's a pretty mediocre chrono. Like sometimes you can like sunray them, which kind of works. So I guess that's all right. But like if they just global and chrono, you're quite dead. Anyone's just dead. Okay, well yeah, I have pretty good feelings about the catJAMMERS draft, but I look forward to seeing how Infamous play this one out.
Me too.
Pepita builds.
Hope it's a good game. And I don't know if my GSI stuff is working. I'm not getting any errors, though I'm not seeing any additional pop-ups. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Either way, welcome to game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Sponsor pop-up, Monster Energy. Guys, you can vote for the MVP. bts.gg/Monster MVP. Get out there. Get your voice heard, man. Come on now. Cast those votes. We need you. Monsters, going to need you on this. Shout out to Monster, though. They have been carrying the Dota space in more ways than one. Big-time sponsorships. One of few sponsors this First Blood may be brought to you by Monster Energy. Can Michael survive? Yes, he can. No First Blood here.
He actually drank a monster. That's how he got away.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good call. Good call. Nice save. Thank you, Monster.
Yeah, they sponsor teams and tournaments.
Dude, seriously, they are doing some heavy lifting for Dota. There are a couple of key employees at Monster championing the Dota 2 space, and, well, we are very much in their debt. Those key individuals doing some heavy lifting. Big time.
What on earth? Like stealing candy from a baby, a no longer living baby? What? Is that from Darkside? That's really evil.
Yeah, that hits a little close to home, huh?
Jeez.
A no longer living baby. Fucking hell. That's dark.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about that.
So it looks like we'll do our obligatory reconnect here. Looks like a little bit of lane shuffling already coming out of Infamous. We'll see how the lanes settle down. Podcast headed up top. So it is Pango mid here, right? KXY?
Yep. Yeah, he's miding it up.
Okay. So Pango versus Storm. This is not a mid matchup I can say that I've seen too much.
It's not too bad for Pango, right?
I would imagine not. It sounds a little annoying for Storm, and in the past, I've definitely made that mistake of like, what's Storm going to do until he hits level 6? The answer is he's going to stack in the jungle and farm faster than he would in the lane anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Storm is just like a really good laner now, with like the ability to actually use the Vortex now.
Yeah, that's true. He's a different beast than he used to be, so probably a fairly boring lane, honestly. Pango will just be sniping range creeps.
Now, don't click Storm, but do you know how much armor he starts with?
Okay. I know it's more than you would think, because that's one of the things about this hero that we've commented on in certain lane matchups going, I think we've said, why does this stupid hero have 7 armor when he's not next to his tower? Is it 7?
You were very close. It's 6.
It's 6. Okay, I was going to go for 6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean, PL has 5, and he's an agi hero. It's just like...
Yeah. No, Storm's armor is nuts. Even Pango, he's sitting at 4. I guess that's higher than I would have thought for a strength hero.
To be fair, it's a necessity on Storm. It's like the only reason he can lane mid. If they gutted his armor, he'd be in trouble.
Yes, very much so. Now, I know Earth Spirit. Who's got the highest strength gain in this game? Is it Earth Spirit?
In this game, yeah, it's definitely. I think the only person above Earth Spirit now is Centaur, isn't he?
For
in,
gain,
like,
I'm
Dota.
not sure. I always get it confused. Let's see. It's 4.4 on Earth Spirit. What's Pango? He is 2.5. What's Tusk?
Centaur is 4.6. I think he's the only one that's higher in all of Dota.
In my head, I was thinking maybe Tusk would rival it. Tusk is 3.9. So he's, you know, not quite Earth Spirit,
respectable.
but yeah, he's like a real strength hero. Yeah, Earth Spirit gets nuts. If he gets a little bit over leveled and just has like 2 bracers and like, you know, an urn or something, it's easy to click on him and go, oh, kill that stupid Earth Spirit. He overextended. Then you realize he's got like 1,800 HP. Like, oh. That's not the free kill I thought it was going to be. Well, we've got our players reconnected.
AUI had some packet losses issues,
Excuse
but
me?
he seems to be all right now. And we're back.
Celebratory sneeze.
You know what? Maybe it's the pumpkin. It's messing with his oracle.
The pumpkins? Oh, he's got the pumpkin head. Wow, that's quite the cosmetic.
It is very impressive.
They really captured that derpy vibe. Now, I am a little bummed that it doesn't show up in the little portrait, though, when you click on it.
That is true.
That's
Valve?
So, looking at this lane setup, though, Trent, this Tusk Rubik lane against a Void Oracle, my first thought is, all right, Michael and Pepita need to do some work here. Like, this is not the kind of off lane where you're okay trading even farm, you're getting your items. Like, you're Rubik Tusk, you want to kill something. You need to pressure this lane, you need to make this worth it, or else you are going to end up with 2 supports.
Right, and you have tag team, which is obviously pretty good, like damage over time. But if you can't like keep the Void from just jumping right away, then you're not going to be able to commit it. So I don't have super high hopes. At least he did body block the small camp.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh, he can't find that ward. Oh, now he found it.
Okay.
He had the hidden one behind the tree, but Michael got it. Nice try, AUI.
I mean, Void already, not the easiest to bully because he has Time Walk, and then you put an Oracle on top of that, and he should be very sustainable. Checking on mid, we were talking about this during the pause, the Storm Spirit Pangolier. I would imagine pretty even, at least until level 6. Maybe we'll see a 4-minute flip around the runes, so that could tip the scales, but sniping range creeps, putting pressure on as Pepita finds that first blood on AUI down bottom.
Yeah, they need the level 2, right? Once level 2 happens, that's when you just go for the jump with the tag team.
Yep. And, yeah, Oracle's still level 1, so a limited means to save there.
The classic offlane kill. Whoever hits 2 first just goes for it.
See, now conversely, though, for the catJAMMERS, like if top goes relatively even, you know, Kezu and Pakis, you're not happy about trading even with a PL, but at least you feel like, yeah, Silencer can scale, he needs farm. We don't have that same level of pressure, like we need to get kills and try to cripple this lane for this to feel worth it. So, pressure on Infamous. We'll see what kind of moves they can make in the mid game. So far, straightforward lane setup.
Yeah, then it just becomes a classic case of blame your mid,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Tons of heavy lifting for poor KXY, and he is to come through.
Well, so what's the build on Position 1 Void these days, Trent? I know we're gone with the days of rushing the Aghanim Scepter. Rip,
Buy Mask
those
of
days were
Madness.
fun.
Go to the jungle.
All right.
Don't buy boots.
So that's where we've come full circle on the Void item build innovations. We're back to
You're
Mask
right,
of
that
Madness.
is full circle, actually.
That was like, I mean, Dota 1 style classic. Hey, Void as a chrono, just get the item that lets you attack fast in your chrono. That's perfect.
What could possibly go wrong?
What I love about Mask of Madness now, though, is that it really does double as a farming item. Being able to run from camp to camp, just killing camps faster, of course, the sustain you get from it. That's what makes it so good. It's like that new age Helm of the Dominator. Great for farming, great for fighting, all around, just value town.
I see that in their last game they played against CK, and he just went treads Mjolnir. Actually,
really?
17-minute Mjolnir. Damn.
Well, Void does love attack speed.
That's intense though. 17 minutes.
Yeah, that's
but I mean, same logic though, right? Like Illusion Hero, I could see him going for it on the earlier end here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a farming and a fighting item. That's a great balance against PL. And just attack speed with Void scales really well because of time lock, and also if you've played Void at all recently, you realize how awful his base attack speed is and how much you really need those. Like, you buy MKB on that hero, and it finally feels like, oh, okay, this is what a carry's supposed to feel like. It's like buying Moonshard on Jug, you know?
Yeah, like, what would be kind of nice this game, too, if he didn't go Mask of Madness, is that there is a kill, like, need for Infamous. And Mask of Madness is obviously a very offensive build. It helps you get a lot of kills in Chrono, but you're going to be really vulnerable when they have so many stuns. You might just get, like, chained down, and then you can't get your time walk off, and they burst you down. So if he just goes, like, treads into Mjolnir, he might just be able to, like, kind of escape more often than not and still end up with, like, a relatively similar farm level. And it's it's not worth, like, throwing the game to kills when it looks like you're going to scale way better than your opponents.
I agree wholeheartedly. 5-minute runes. Looking good for the catJAMMERS.
They're probably going to get 3 by the looks of it.
I think so. Bryle also did get the 4-minute rune, and it was an arcane, so that's given him a little edge in this lane against the Pango. Still very even in terms of CS. Both work in the neutrals, but it is the Storm Spirit that leads in terms of net worth. Looks like KXY might have had to spend a little bit more on regen.
Yeah, slight edge, but no big deal. He also has a Wraith Band coming out, too.
Yeah. Pepita is actually the net worth leader right now, though.
You got the disarm on Bryle, but
AUI.
maybe if he gets the silence, he just goes for it.
Another pretty easy kill bottom lane.
Yeah, they were chasing them down for a while. They're just like walking at them because there's not really much they can do.
This is where mid gets interesting, though. KXY level 6, Bryle level 6. You've got a lot more mobility. Moon Meander coming in, roll off the mark, but there's your rolling thunder. And KXY.
Yeah, that was greedy.
Oh, in comes Excel. Bryle, he's out of mana. This could be bad. He's done. KXY finds it under the tower. Now Moon Meander. He could be in some trouble. AUI, he's rotated, but it won't be enough. They make it a double in the mid lane. Now 4-0. Infamous with the kill score lead, though it is still the catJAMMERS with a small net worth edge.
Man, Excel. I thought that was going to wind up being a mistake, but that rotation coming from the Phoenix helping out massively there. That early bolt, or ball lightning rather, very costly for the Storm Spirit.
Yes. Interesting start. Looks good for Infamous, but not a big lead. Still behind in net worth. Moon Meander gets a D ward. Phoenix.
Yeah, I think he saw Excel plant that when he was chasing him around.
Oh, okay. Some stacks coming out for the Phoenix in the jungle. That'll be nice for PL, of course.
And Pango, too.
Yeah.
Invis with ulti backup. Bryle's at 900 HP, though. I don't really think... Oh, well, they're going to salve him and try and go for this. How much Sunray do they have? Level 1 Sunray? I don't know. This feels like a lot of wasted time for Pango.
Level 2 Spirits. Yeah, this is a really tough kill.
They're trying to bait, I think. But there's a Radiant Sentry here, too, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is one of these engagements. You're banking on Bryle to make some boneheaded move where he dumps his whole mana bar trying to solo the Phoenix there. And he'll know better. Not going to fall for it with the Pango missing. And, of course, the Sentry, like you said. The jig is up. Pepita topping the charts, though. So far, so good with this core Rubik. Normal items
the Oracle died, what? Was it 3 deaths for Oracle?
3 times.
2 for the Oracle.
No, Pepita's got 3 kills.
Yeah, he killed the Earth Spirit once,
oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, that's very impressive. And the fact that the Oracle kind of just left too at one point there was mostly just the Void down here, so Papita's getting a lot of farm.
I mean, credit to Infamous. Like I said, a lot of pressure on that lane to find kills, and they did it. Now this opens up space for Michael to start moving around. He'll rendezvous with the Phoenix, and they will smoke up and go on the hunt. Maybe Moon Meander, the target they'll find. Let's see. Aggressive posture out of Infamous. Gonna walk around Moon Meander, and they're going for Kezu, and there's that silencer in a little bit deep. No exit strategy here. Does have himself some infused raindrops, but that won't matter. Double damage on Pango makes it an easy pickup.
Yeah, and it's like you said, if he had global there, he was just dead anyway.
Yeah, there's
Roll had already started, so.
Moon. He'll roll away now. Gets pulled back.
I actually thought he was about to roll in all that Phoenix.
Me too. I thought the roll was going the other way because I saw that Brile TP. Like,
yeah.
maybe a counterplay. This seems a bit risky. Michael now gets a D ward.
I think they're just stalling out on the side of the catJAMMERS. Oh, get that Ocean Heart in your inventory, bro. Please move it over. Oh, you're walking through the river.
No. Oh, wasted regen. Why does he have it in the backpack? I mean, just
he just picked it up, but I think he thought he had clicked and sent his other one back.
take the stats, bud. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, but it was just it got delayed, I think, with his shift clicking. So, like, he went to pick up the Ocean Heart. He right-clicked his other one first, so he actually thought that it was in there right now.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and then now he notices, and it's like, oh, where's my mana?
He's like, hey. Oh, gosh darn it. 10 minutes, though. Haven't checked in on PL in a while, and normal stuff happening there. Farm, middle of the pack. Actually, bottom of the pack. I'm sorry, that's the silencer. So a good 40% net worth behind the Void right now. Not the best position for Pockets to be in. He's looking for the defusal, but very far away here at the 10-minute mark. Despite
this
his
is
team.
Exactly like all those games from Team Secret where everyone was like, oh, yes, they're fine. They're losing in kills. Secret actually going to lose. And then you keep looking at net worth, and you're like, why are they still up like 2 or 3K?
And then that voice in the back of your head kicks in and goes, oh, yeah, Dota's a game of economy, not a game of kills. Oh, right. I remember now.
And they barely have the XP lead, too, because, you know, they're just early game kills.
What was that global, by the way?
It was to help protect the Storm in the mid, just in case.
That was what
I think he was probably going to live anyway, but that obviously guaranteed it.
That's fine. I guess knowing that you've got the late game advantage, catJAMMERS not feeling the pressure to force any kind of fights. So whatever. We can burn global.
I mean, he bought a Midas on Void.
Oh, he's got the gloves. Is that what's flying out?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Poor man's shield and a hand of Midas.
Treads Midas at 11 minutes. Not bad.
And he's still going to go Mask of Madness, interestingly enough. So kind of double early hybrid farm items.
The OD Pixel build.
Yeah.
Then he buys Battle Fury next. That's the real OD Pixel build.
I want to set the Void GPM record today. Oh, man.
Top tower gone. So 5 kills, no structures. And you lost your top tower without even being able to fight despite them not having global. What's happening, guys?
Now it's a 3K net worth lead. Yeah, this is scary time for Infamous. Win percent already 65 in favor of the catJAMMERS as now we see a smoke in the mid.
So Papita has the Aether Lens, which obviously is a pretty nice initiation range. Oh, Moon just grabbed thanks to that. What? Why did Papita?
We're like completely split up here. This is awkward. Looks like Kezu is going to be left behind, though he does get knocked down. Still gets caught by the tipper from KXY, but now Storm's here. They trade for Excel. Moon Meander finished off by the Rubik Fade Bolt, and no more. 4v4 engagement, and this whole time Void gets a free tower in the bottom lane. So 1 for 2, but another win around the map for the catJAMMERS. That's 2 towers down. I'm
really surprised he even bothered trying to spell steal the Earth Spirit. I mean, I guess he was hoping for like the roll or something. Just like, I hate being Rubik versus Earth Spirit. It's the worst. You can't steal anything good. The best thing you can get is like the Boulder Smash, and even that's pretty bad.
I mean, the roll can be okay, right? It's a mobility.
Well, but you
tool.
don't get the boost.
Oh yeah.
So it's just that slow ass roll.
It's weird. It's like Rubik against Earthshaker. You're like, man, I love being Rubik. All these spells are so much better. And then Earth Spirit is the very antithesis of that. Like, man. He's really
it's
suck.
like the only hero you're actually the worst version of.
Is that true? Is there
not the
another
only
example?
one.
Yeah, there's
I don't know,
probably
PA,
another.
your worst version of PA. All her spells kind of suck for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of the better heroes to pick as a support versus the Rubik.
Oh, mid
That's a big
lane.
jump.
Initiation.
Oh, covered the snowball save.
They've got the global. Nicely done. Plenty of follow-up damage, and that's Pepita down. Moon Meander takes credit for that, but that's 419 gold. Pretty good shutdown, a 5x mega kill streak, but the buyback, now they're committed into the tower, and Infamous, they want to punish this. Are they actually going to be able to do it, though? Kezu, he gets ulted by the Oracle, saved for now, but might still pop. They need some more heals. He gets disarmed, and down he goes. The buyback, worth it so far. HFN, though, he's holding a chrono. They've got the stuns, and now Excel is down. A 2-for-1, but space for the PL, who is pressuring up top.
Yeah, I like how HFN played that, though. He didn't, like, panic chrono or anything, and he, obviously, you don't want to get, like, the Rubik to steal that, too. Plus, he only gave away the time dilation, which I think is why he popped it when he did, because it wasn't, like, the best time dilation. He just wanted to make sure he didn't give up the walk to the Rubik.
Yeah.
But as you said, space for PL is actually very important right now, because they have one guy. And if they're not getting chrono kills right now, and they have to blow another global like that to not get the mid tower, then that's all right.
Do you agree with this build on PL, though? Because he did have the Diffusal queued up. He bagged it. Now he's got the Yasha, and he's just going to rush the Manta style. I get it. He does need Manta. Getting it first is not bad. But this is going to delay that time it takes for PL to be like he doesn't do anything. He's going to Manta. He's going to get rid of the silence, and they're just going to kill him. Like, he's not fighting.
He can show up to these fights with Egg and Tag Team and Rolling Thunder. Like, it's hard, but Manta at least lets him play Dota and join, right?
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Right now, he's not playing Dota. He's getting soloed at his hard camp by Bryle. And in comes the chrono. Ooh, catches two. Actually doesn't grab Pakas. They're still going to be able to get the kill onto Pepita. And now the Void, maybe a punishment. Big burst damage, and he gets obliterated. Big trade.
Oh my god, his mask was still going, and I think he got punched by Dusk.
He got worked, that's for sure. But now, Phoenix Egg comes out. They're going to try to kill it. Kezu throwing the Doritos. They will finish it off. Now the global. Kezu saved by AUI. Another false promise. Will probably still go down here, but they're getting in as much damage as they can in the meantime. Moon Meander trying to stop the Exodus. Pakas now. He's used the doppelganger. The save does give him a little bit more, but still, he's on the run, and this could be bad. Pakas, one more doppelganger, low on HP. This is a battle to the bitter end.
Pakas!
Moon Meander now low. He's going to roll away, and Pakas does get away on the other side of it. A tight battle, but Infamous actually don't get punished that much.
Yeah, what a warrior coming to these fights without even having that Manta. So necessary for his team right there. I think the Chrono was fine because he had to cover the two TPs coming through. So, getting the PL would have been kind of nice, but he can't just leave that open for the Rubik. The Rubik's going to, like, Chrono 3 of his teammates with an egg or something.
Yeah. Well, there's the Manta. So those kills helping out. Still a pretty decent net worth lead for the Radiant squad right now. The catJAMMERS, X-Crazy.
KXY almost has Greaves, too. And if they just get Moon here, this will be a free kill.
And indeed
that's going to stop the mid-tower push as well. They're really trying to crack open this side of the map, but they can't get it. That's 2 globals now that they've come mid with and tried to take that.
This is really big stuff for PL, though. Remember, he was pretty far behind that Void not long ago, and now it's only a 600 net worth gap. So progress is being made. Bryle looking towards the Bloodstone. No big surprise there. And Infamous actually putting counter pressure on this Tier 1 mid. catJAMMERS sort of grouped up, mounting a minor defense. They certainly don't want to let their mid Tier 1 fall either.
You know what I think really hurts Infamous, though, unfortunately, is that it was the Rubik that had to buy back. Because he really needs that Blink Dagger. Like, they have this awkward 3-4-5 right now, and Rubik, when he gets that Blink, it's such a big step up, and then that's, of course, what sets him on the path for that potential Aghanims or whatever it is you need that game.
I mean, you can
Aghanims or like a Yule's after.
You can tell the catJAMMERS are gunning for him a little bit. Like, they know that he's the delicate one. Rubik had a great start. He feels like a core right now. If we just cripple him a couple of times in these fights, if we can take a 1-for-1, trade one of our supports for the Rubik, that's going to give us a lot of momentum moving forward.
Is that finished? Diffuse? No, okay, he just canceled the recipe? Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. He messed up his quick buy.
Yeah, he's just
I saw that it was gone.
Blade. It's like there's absolutely no way unless he just cleared out like a 5 stack of ancients or something. All right.
I was really confused why his quick buy was gone.
Here we go. catJAMMERS smoke up. TP from Excel. The jig is up. Immediate Phoenix Egg, though, and this could end up being good for the Jammers, except Moon Meander. He goes in a little too hard.
Classic Moon Meander.
Full aggro there.
And that was his laning style when he was 3. Was die to make them commit more resources than was worth. It might end up being true if they can get the Chrono Silence kill into this tower.
Whoop. Split into 2 on the back line. That's AUI and Bryle. Global deployed. Not enough for KXY. He's too tanky indeed. A stolen global.
Stolen global, what?
Bryle's donezo. And now the Oracle's going to be in big trouble as well. Survives just long enough. False Promise is there. Not going to be able to use it, though. And that's 2 dead. Brilliant play from Papita. And now HFN, he's going to have another time walk. Moon's back. He goes rolling on in. Maybe looking for a counterplay. Now he's got to roll out. That net worth lead is all but gone here, Trent. PL soon to take over #1 on net worth. This is Infamous Gaming all day, breaking this mid-game wide open against the superior team fight of the catJAMMERS. Now in onto the Void. Time walk up in 2. It's a defensive chrono. It might well keep him alive. But what about his friends? That's not the kind of chrono you want to see. They are going to go in onto Excel, but Moon Meander falls again. A 1-for-1. KXI still rolling in. XY, rather. Wrong vowel there. AUI, False Promise. He's probably going to pop. And now Bryle comes jumping in the backline. We've seen this story before, though, committing onto the Pango. He's one tanky beast. The Pangalier's going to live, and now HFN, he's got no out. That's his last time walk. They've got the stuns. They've got the damage. And just like that, Infamous, I think that's a full team wipe. It was slow. It was steady. But that's a lot of Radiant heroes on the sideline.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely stopped watching the second half of that team fight because I was going through the combat lag trying to figure out how the hell he stole Global Silence. I had to make sure he didn't like steal Fortune's End. As far as I could tell, he did not like steal Fortune's End and self-target or something, but like stealing Global is like, that's like the stealing like song from Naga, you know? That's like that not supposed to happen ever. I mean, Naga is even like, sometimes it just happens because you don't have anything else to cast, right? Especially since they removed Riptide. Correct. Sometimes I can excuse it, but like Global, like, oh man.
I mean,
that's
Trent,
brutal.
Look at that net worth graph. I mean, that's a big swing. It was a 4K net worth lead, and now it's nearly 3K in favor of Infamous in just a matter of 7-8 minutes. The win percent completely fluctuated the other way from 66% to the Radiant, now 66% to the Dire. This is Infamous's game right now. Diffusal is up on PL, and he's got a Hood of Defiance coming out next.
I mean, it's no secret what this lineup has to do, right? This is the most pivotal time of the game. It's like 12 to 25 minutes. They need to take a very good handle on things because of the scaling that's happening on the Radiant side. And we know that it takes a lot of effort for them to get structures, but a giant fight like that is going to end up giving them mid-tier 1, bottom tier 1, and pressure on the tier 2 bottom. They might even come back for this at this point. I mean, they have all their spells. Looks like they're going to like feign pressure on the bottom lane with the PL and then hope someone comes to defend mid. Mid is the big prize, right? One guy shows up there, you get that kill. Oh my god, look at this guy. HFN just walked in there, Mask of Madness. That could have been so bad.
Well, instead, it'll be Infamous that go into the tier 2 bottom and will not be a tower trade. No way Kezu can match that pushing prowess. They do force out a glyph, but will buy the catJAMMERS just a couple of seconds here. I like this from Pakas, though, to pick up the Hood of Defiance. You see this on PLs occasionally. Sometimes this is just the, I need to live. I just need to be able to survive, and then I know I can take over this fight. And Hood of Defiance is great against all that magic damage.
He just bought that, right?
Yes, 3rd item.
Yeah.
Normally you'll see it like 1st item against, you know, Zeus or some kind of crazy heavy magic damage. Very peculiar to see it this late, but I guess
it is. I guess it is Void, right? That's a symptom of that hero because a lot of his damage is magical.
Mm-hmm. And like just magnetize, and the silencer's got a decent amount of magic damage. There's just enough.
Void's like all magical, especially because, I mean, this game he pretty much had to go either Mjolnir or MKB, and they're both magic, so.
Yep.
I think the reason why, by the way, he has to, oh, that's a big kill.
That was a dirty kill, man. That burst damage.
Telekinesis and a Rolling Thunder into Walrus Punch.
How much? Let me look at this death summary. So the Walrus Punch,
581.
600. Yeah, 581. So that's like half his HP. Post-mitigation. That is... Yeah, all right, Trent. I'll concede it. I underestimated this Tusk. This isn't even a core Tusk. This is the support Tusk, and it's like, holy shit, this guy does real damage. All right, well, down goes Roche, uncontested, and that'll be an Aegis, of course, in the hands of the Phantom Lancer. Congratulations, Pakas. And remember, folks, a big series here. This ain't no group stage for seeding. This is lower bracket elimination. Teams seeded directly into this this lower bracket. There is no buffer here for these teams. Losers of this best of 3, they are done in the Dota Summit or Monster Energy Dota Summit 13.
Quiet.
So big stuff here. Big stuff here. We need these catJAMMERS to step it up a little bit. They are getting slapped around here at the 25-minute mark.
Ryle's actually out of here.
It was a long TP, but he makes it.
They're just giving. Yeah, that was kind of close.
Those damn outpost TPs. PL now has a basher. That's going to be flying out.
It's done?
Yep, it's done.
Man. All right, this game's rough.
Like, you look at Void's inventory and you go, oh, he's got BKB. Okay, that's pretty good. And then you look at PL and go, oh, wow, that BKB doesn't seem so good anymore.
Oh, so, wait, did he cancel the MKB? He's going to Maelstrom instead?
It looks like it. He hasn't bought anything, though, so seems indecisive.
I think they're fairly similar this game. Maybe he saw the Basher and saw that he wasn't, like, maybe going Butterfly or something, just because they do have the right click of Storm and Void. I mean, Abyssal's just so common now. He probably just knew he was going Abyssal anyway.
Well, another situation. Tower is not traded. Funny how it kind of started in favor of the catJAMMERS, and now it's shifted the other way. Only 2 towers down for Infamous, and they've now picked up 5 themselves. Only that tier 2 mid standing outside of the base.
This is still off of that one team fight. And then, like, a Storm pick off. That's what's so insane, is that they just got, what, 4 towers off of that?
I mean, that was a rough team fight, though. That was a full team wipe, just a series of bad kind of 1v4s, 2v4s.
Now he's a Bloodstone that he can't lose. And that Courier just saw him. They're pinging him.
They know that he's up there. Unfortunately, it's a Storm, so not really too much punishment. Big zip down bottom, and he'll be just fine. But Radiant split right now. catJAMMERS, they could get got. Michael jumps in onto the Void. They've got a pretty good CC chain, and they've got him full to 0. HFN unable to react. Beautifully done. Void, or pardon me, Phantom Lancer with a perfect bash. Perfectly timed as Moon Meander tries to roll away. Pakas finds another. That's 2 down. No buybacks, Trent, and there might be a high ground siege imminent here.
What an explosive game from this PL. This was very, very impressive. Great PL pick this game. Not a very reliable hero these days. Not as busted as he was, but the first item Manta showing up to these engagements and then just that second fight was just way too much. I mean, that's pretty game ending, man. I mean, it's not, obviously it's still not over, but
yeah,
like they need this Chrono combo to happen, and it was definitely supposed to get at least one of those off before they lose their racks. They still have to deal with an Aegis for another minute 43, and they can't Chrono to kill the Aegis, right? Unless they Chrono and kill everyone else. That's pretty much the goal, right?
It's not going to end here. There's going to be one more final fight, but this is pretty damning. This is almost a free lane of barracks, as you're saying, and now they jump into the PL. He is still pretty healthy, getting healed up. They found Moon Meander, and now he's down. No buyback there, 40-second sideline. No outer towers, so they can stick around and look to siege elsewhere. And they just might. Still over a minute on this Aegis. What's the call here from Infamous? And they will play it safe instead.
Yeah, they don't have Rolling Thunder, so they could like camp the high grounds a little bit, and then if anyone comes out of the base, maybe try something. But
I like the Glimmer Cape on Rubik. You know, he's gone for the Aether Blink, the core setup, and then he realized, we need a saving item. Let's make sure we can save our PL if he gets caught a little overextended. Very smart.
Yeah, Glimmer is pretty popular right now. A lot of core players starting to buy it as well.
If you want free MMR, folks, pro tip, just tell your supports to buy Glimmer first item. It's pretty good.
pretty good.
It's
No one's buying detection anymore. People can't carry it.
There ain't enough sentries, dude.
Well, that and it's just like the space. I don't know. We got a backpack and suddenly we still all suck at managing it. I mean, once you see people without dust and dire tie, that's when you know you're in trouble. The shop's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people die to invis like on the shop.
Well, it's like
can't do it.
In alternate game modes, it feels a little try hard to buy sentries. I'm not gonna lie. It's, you know, if a Clinks is
I mean, that's
abusing
what people
you,
say when you first start playing Dota 2. It's
yeah,
so true.
That's true. I mean, I remember that 5-6 years ago. People are like, "This guy's buying sentries. Oh, what a try hard."
Wow, are you actually dewarding an unranked? I can remember that being typed.
Yep, me too. How times have changed. Okay, KXY. Ooh.
Oh, the smoke pop into Blink.
He makes it back under tower. Global comes out.
That's everything. He spent it all.
They do still catch KXY, and they do also
Oh my God,
chrono for this.
He finished the TB.
Pacus comes in. He still goes for it. The tower does fall. KXY buys back, and now they're going to split this fight up. They're moving into AUI. He'll go down. And on the other side, maybe it's Bryle, maybe it's Kezu. Stolen chrono is off the mark from Papita, but it probably won't matter. They're still going to catch Kezu here. They've got the dust. They need a stun. And, of course, PL comes in and finds the stun in the clutch. Easy peasy.
Man, is there any sheer like sign of total dominance than TPing into Chrono? The Chrono happens, he's just like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that's basically just a glorified taunt there. You know, that's Pacus doing a flex in-game. I'm with you. Yeah, that was pretty badass.
Yeah, but Pete was just there to cover him anyway, I suppose, so.
And Pacus does now have the full Abyssal, so some extra.
I don't remember last time I saw a game just get so decided by a single team fight.
It did feel like this game was a true switch flip, where I really thought, all right, they're going to run away with this. Infamous is going to kind of roll over in game one. And, yeah, it flipped just on a dime like that.
Well, because you think that it's just going to take one Chrono global combo, and that's just it. And then they try two of those things in the mid lane, trying to take a tier 1. It doesn't happen. It buys enough time for the PL. He roars back out of the jungle for a team fight, and then Moon Meander feeds again. Oh, no. I was wrong. I thought they saw him.
Oh, but Bryle, they've got the Abyssal. This kill might matter more. No, he's out with 80 HP.
Oh, that was nice. The Essence Ring. That item is so busted.
Yep.
S-tier neutral item indeed.
And he didn't have that much mana for that zip TP. Pacus almost caught him. Like, he followed that path, and a little less mana, and maybe there's a world that PL gets there. Moon Meander's still in trouble, gets knocked down to the low ground, and finished off by Papita. Meanwhile, on the other side, whoa, Pacus, they got a kill on AUI. This guy's in the base right now. Pacus forces a buyback onto the Oracle. Global comes out. Now I think he might have gone in too deep. Yes, he has. Okay. I thought that felt wild, and glad.
How did he get that far?
Glad I got confirmation that was indeed a wild overextension.
All right, that's the thing you don't do. Man, is this hero really that good that you can just go heart still? The forbidden item?
Is heart taboo? Is that the no-no
I don't know.
item?
The item just seems so bad now. Like, it just seems worse satanic. But I guess it is PL, so it's kind of okay because of the illusions.
Yeah. I mean, the heart is unique in terms of its ability to let you very quickly reset fights. You know, you can play this style of PL where you go in, you absorb a couple thousand damage, then you just back out for 10 seconds and regen. And if you can bounce around the fights like that, heart feels pretty disgusting. But
it's also just that they have the so much magic damage that the extra strength is very, very good.
Initiation on the Tusk. Bryle dumps most of his mana bar onto this, and yeah, he'll just walk away. That's still a 10-second BKB on HFN, by the way. They have killed him full to 0 in that CC chain, I think twice, without being able to BKB. Very impressive. Kind of a double-edged sword, though, right? Void still has a 10-second BKB at 32 minutes, so that's a little scary, but also impressive that they've been able to kill him with such a solid CC chain.
They really tried to get that Phoenix Courier in there.
Oh, here it is again.
They did find them with it.
Here it is again. Void, can he BKB? No! No! The third time! A useless item, the Black King bar. Moon Meander dead again. AUI falls, and Trent, they are dropping like flies. There are no buybacks. That's 4 heroes sidelined. Again, it might not end right at this moment, but that is a GG type moment of just utter
man, he wants that courier.
destruction.
Oh, he almost got it. Did you see that? He was chasing that courier for so long.
Oh. I mean, I'm half joking, Trent, but this might be like the most rendered ineffective BKB I've ever seen. Like, BKB is an amazing item. I don't know if I've ever seen it feel so useless. Is he going to be able to use it this game, Trent?
Well, you just think that there's going to be some stopgap because of the
the
global, but if you look at what killed him,
it's
nothing would have
abyssal
saved him
and
anyway.
shit. Yeah, I mean, I get it completely. If I were this Void, I'd be doing the same thing. It's insane that they've been able to do it 3 times now consecutive, where the Void is like, oh, we've caught him. Okay, we've got him.
I like that was within like 5 seconds of you pointing it out, too.
Yeah.
Just
It's like, can
dives
they do it again? Oh, they can, baby. And they'll leave the range barracks standing, but that's now a lane and a half down. And Roshan has respawned, so looking pretty bleak for the catJAMMERS at this point in Game 1, my friend.
Indeed. They're close to anything that could potentially help. I mean, BKB for the Earth Spirit.
I think they're all in here. This is the Hail Mary. They're
Oh,
5.
look at that arrow. You see this loop-de-loop? They're goosing.
This is the boomerang. HFN's like, I am using this BKB. I will run this branch, or I will destroy this branch. That is HFN right now. Ooh, they walk into the pit. Definitely not going to try it. Very risky. This is a tense moment. The quiet before the storm.
Oh, this PL has 3 Fairy Fires, too, by the way. And he's also really close to just buying his heart.
Oh, the Greater Fairy Fire. Actually a pretty nice item in these kind of circumstances.
Yes, very annoying. And that is it. He's got the heart now. It's like 15 gold away.
Little stalemate brewing here. Yeah, he's going to be so tanky. I don't think they can kill him.
They know. They're circling where they're standing. Actually, that might be Pango's circle. I'm not sure. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, they know where they are. Whoa. All right, Brawl just does the scouting TP.
Okay.
That was so close.
Okay.
He almost died. Did
Yeah.
you see how close that was?
I was going to say, that's like, all right, that was a high-risk, medium reward sort of play there. Pacus
But they don't have the outpost, so he can't come back
feeds
to
the
this.
courier. What is happening? Yeah, well, I don't know. Kezu is going to get caught, and they might not even get to use Global for this fight. He's dead without buyback. What are the catJAMMERS doing, man?
They're just jamming out, man. They're just hanging in the dire jungle. Maybe they were thinking that one guy would come back while the rest were roaching or something. I don't know.
Like, that's one of those weird, like, yes, from what Bryle did there, it's not bad to get some intel because you're stuck in this weird stalemate. Both sides are on the opposite side of the river. You don't really know where the other team is, but that was so punishable. And now they're just going to go in again. There's the buyback. Global comes out. HFN does BKB, but so far not making a big difference. He does get saved by AUI, but now the Phoenix Egg comes down. AUI gets obliterated. Michael does fall. Papita trying to move his way with the spider legs, but he's going to get brought down. Now a double for Bryle. 2 buybacks used by Infamous. They are going to commit pretty heavy to make sure they secure Roche here. Now, buybacks coming from the catJAMMERS also, but they've burned all their big cooldowns, so these buybacks certainly don't feel as valuable. Storm clipped by a bash there from the Pango, but no follow-up. Now, Kezu, he gets clipped.
Oh, nice silence.
Oh, Chrono's back. In onto KXY. Can they kill this Pango?
Oh, the Abyssal save. Into the
Pacus,
Chrono.
another big brain play as he jumps right in. Fearless as ever. HFN out of mana and out of HP. He's done. So is Moon Meander, and the GG gets called. 36-10. 37 minutes in. It is Infamous that take this match. A very topsy-turvy game. A great laning presence coming out of the catJAMMERS. But as you pointed out, that one long slog in the mid-game shifted the scales for Infamous, and they never handed it back.
Yeah, that was an extremely well-played game by Pacos. Like, what more can you ask for from your PL? His whole team was obviously very good at supporting him throughout that too, but that was so much pressure on this guy. The only real, like, big carry for the team. And catJAMMERS just couldn't get, you think about this big team fight that they have, and it almost is one of those ones where we call like pretty easy to execute.
Yeah.
But they couldn't really get things synced up there.
Well, so one angle, Trent, I couldn't help but think about during that game. Like, we always talk about these team fight lineups. Like, man, if they just hit that global, they hit that chrono, they've got it. And that should be easy to do at least once or twice, and that's all you need. But the flip side of that, we often talk about this with Death Prophet or like Brewmaster. If you biff the ultimate, if you pop that DP ult and then you die immediately, that's punishable. You've got 2.5 minutes where the other side knows they can run down the game. You don't have any way to contest them. And we saw Infamous do that very much in that game. Oh, they biffed that team fight. Boys, let's go. And that's where PL, even before the Manta, got involved. That's how much they prioritized taking those fights when they knew the big cooldowns weren't available.
It was also a full game of a lot of catch. Like, both teams just have a lot of good reach. So, like, the first person to, like, win the start of the engagement is like guaranteed to pretty much get follow-ups, right? Between like, I mean, we got Storm Spirit, Earth Spirit, Faceless Void. Even like Phoenix can be pretty good at that, but then you got like Rubik, Pango, Tusk, PL. The catch was pretty ridiculous, and so many times Infamous were the ones getting that first big burst damage kill, and then they were putting catJAMMERS on the run.
Yeah. Well,
they just got smoked. I think the Jammers game was better like from the draft, so I think Infamous had to outplay pretty hard there, especially when they came with the lanes like fairly down. In gold. I would call this a pretty impressive victory from Infamous.
Yeah, I was very surprised at how fast that turned and how effectively they held on to it. Well done, Pacus. Let's see if they can do it again. That's game number 1, folks. We're going to move into a quick break, and then we're going to come back for game 2. Just a single best-of-3 elimination here on Beyond the Summit 2 today for the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. It could be over quick. catJAMMERS need a win here to take us to the Game 3 decider, and we're coming back after this break. Stick with us, folks, and enjoy yourselves the Chill Hop Radio.